It's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's here.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, June 26th.
20 something.
And the day has finally come. I remember it being January and us saying to ourselves, "Good Lord, we have so much show to do and so many days to do it." And now here we are. Here we are in June. Here we are at the final show before the well-deserved summer vacation of Howard Stern. And I'm excited to not have to think about it for the next 8 weeks. I'm excited to do some shows that we've been trying to get to for the longest time, and do a little square table show and do some fun stuff, and and then if anything interesting happens over the summer, we'll definitely come back with that, and like that. So we're excited to be with you guys, and I am here with Dennis and Xavier.
And I got such a long way to go, such a long way. Make it to the border of Mexico. So all right, like the wind.
Like the wind.
What are you drinking, Dennis?
I am drinking something special. I have my Bacardi pre-made Bahama. I'm going to start with a Bahama Mama because we're on vacation now.
We are on
We're on vacation.
I should have made us a drink. Shit.
I got a drink.
So
I got a adult
excited.
beverage, just beer, but I
don't
have
Bahama Mama, baby.
Water here. I have nothing here. I have nothing.
So is mixing opioids and beer okay?
Geez.
Yeah, that's fine. I've done it.
Just know that is a little bizarre tonight. He had a pinched nerve, and apparently the doctor gave him an opioid patch of some sort. So even when I spoke to him earlier, I was like, "Oh, you're a little bizarre," and not even really sure what to say. Yeah.
It sounds like Mr. Whiskers is going to have to go back to rehab.
Thank you to Mara Francois, my love.
Woo!
Contribution to entertaining all
Dennis, and I say no.
So let's talk about today. Thank you, Tamara Francois. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, big protons.
Okay.
Tamara.
My Canadian
salute.
friend.
Xavier, I need you to be normal for a few minutes. Just take it back.
I'll try.
This is he's feeling it tonight.
Okay.
So ignore him. Ignore the cat on the far right hand corner there, because he's a little bizarre tonight. So okay, I did not. I recorded the opening, and then I went directly to the moment that Beth entered the studio. So, with that in mind, my friend.
Wait. Is it really entering a studio when you're entering a room in your own house?
Well, okay. So I would
Studio.
studio even though I'm in my bedroom.
Studio, yeah. Sure.
So we need like a little recap. Let me do the opening of the show, and then we can go to
Jesus wept. Okay.
All right, let me start the beginning of the. Let me do the opening, and then we can go to everything that happened afterwards. There we go. Did you just belch on air?
No, I that was a deep sigh.
Is everybody having issues? Am I taking crazy pills? Are we?
It wasn't a belch. I was sighing because
I belched.
Here we go. Beginning of the show. Here we go.
I see this.
In honor of my Italy trip.
So, of course, what they decided to do today is, literally the first half of the show was completely taken over by Marianne and Sal, basically, right?
Yes.
That was pretty much what we had at the beginning.
Yes, that's pretty much.
Yes.
He took a beautiful Louis Prima song and bastardized it with that horrible Great American
Beautiful would be,
I love Louis Prima.
Growing up in Brooklyn and going to the Our Lady of Mount Carmel fair festival every single year, and hearing that stupid song every year just became one of those things you hear in the background. Nobody ever pays attention to it. And Beauty is well, in the eye of the beholder. That's
I like that. I like Louis Prima. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with it.
it's just a song. It's just
But anything that Howard touches turns to crap.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, Howard touched
Literally,
it.
what's the best song in the world? Most famous song? He would turn to garbage.
absolutely. So give us a little rundown.
Okay,
as
so
at the beginning of the
Oh,
show.
I don't
the
buy
first
out. Come
30
on.
the first 35 minutes were on Sal and his deviant behavior. I'm talking deviant behavior. Every type of masturbation thing he did, they went over it in detail, like we've never heard it before.
Okay.
And then we were treated to the 25th anniversary, which I believe happened months ago, but now we had it today, of Cokehead. I meant Marianne from Brooklyn screaming at the top of her lungs at 7:35 in the morning.
Yeah, this is why I couldn't listen to it. There was no part.
Jesus wept, and she was on till past 8, and they named her Mrs. Howard Stern because yeah.
Isn't she literally like the last chick at the bar at 3 a.m.?
Yes. Yeah, that is what
that's
she
your
is at this
choice.
point.
Coyote Ugly. That's
very much so. And then, oh my God, I mean, I was running out of board and don't give an F.
funny. It was so
GIFs.
funny. All the GIFs were so.
I was running out.
You, I think, who was the other one?
596. We were like, one time we actually posted the same one at the same time. So they ended up with Mehmet, and I don't know why Mehmet was there because they were talking about Chat GPT for Apple, and this was an Apple commercial, and Blobbin didn't get it, and Blobbin started bagging on like Apple stuff and then the Chat GPT, and it's like, and I think she got the Ixnay thing on the computer because all of a sudden she changed her tune in the middle of talking about it. It was a commercial. It was 100% a commercial. It was so sad. And then we just we had the whole panel in there with the Chat GPT and the Ronnie thing, and I mean they had the panel. Perlman was in there, and he is so annoying. They had Ronnie on. I mean, Gary was in there. I mean, it was just the panel. And then before they went to commercial is where you started recording, because somebody clippity clop down the stairs.
Yes.
And yes, then the fun began.
So
Ruler.
Kind of interesting because I don't have my usual array of clips because a lot of what Howard did today just kind of taps into his utter disgust for the trip, and I really decided today, and I don't know why it kind of dawned on me or took this long to dawn on me, but he really is a sick man. Like he
no, get out of here.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. You know the way we always say like that the things that he does is an act, and his hypochondria and his but he's become that old man. It has manifested itself to the point where it is reality,
bro. But I mean, didn't we come to the same conclusion during the wedding that he has to be the disabled person that everybody has to focus on?
Well,
that's his stick. That's been his stick now for a while.
Even worse, no. I've been calling him for the last 2 years a sociopath, and he is a sociopath.
Yeah, he kind of is, bro.
Everything revolves around him. Other people's feelings do mean nothing to him.
It's focused on me. I'm helpless.
Sociopathic.
And I can't tell you how many times he said today, I don't want this trip to be about me. I don't want this trip to be about me. I don't. It isn't. And Beth called it. She's like, "You created this. You started this. You created this." I mean, and so many little nuance. I mean, yes, it was an absolute shit show. Absolute.
But
there were so many little nuances that came out during.
I'm sorry, Beth. Beggars can't be choosers, bro. Why don't you go get a job and pay for the trip yourself?
Yeah, well,
so I mean, come on. That's just the way it is. He's paying for everything. So you know what? Sorry.
That does it. She doesn't have to care about going to Italy. Per Beth, she's been there countless times. Like
Sure, she has. Sure.
she's basically
Then she should shut up.
Even though it doesn't know what time the sun sets, but that's okay.
She should shut up then. I mean, cool. Good for her.
she knows nothing about Italy. It's
No,
shocking.
nothing.
The stupidity amongst this crew is shocking, and the fact that
It's willful ignorance.
Jimmy would even go with them. I mean, Molly knows where it's at. Molly totally.
I'll screw Molly too. Molly would be freaking working at Whole Foods if it wasn't for
Yeah, no kidding.
for her hooking up with freaking
be at the
Jimmy
deli.
Jimbo Kimball.
No, you are absolutely.
I mean,
So-
come on. Let's be honest here.
The other
Her
thing though
skill
is that
set
the
is
show,
what? It's going. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Jimmy.
A comedy writer. I have no idea.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't hear anything
I'm
funny out of
I
her
know she's a
mouth.
writer,
So.
yeah. Very ambiguous title.
So the other thing is that the shows today, the pace of the show it had the energy of an opium den. I mean, really seriously, that's how bad it was. Continental Drift would be too much excitement. It was an opium, even with the Kimmos, it was very
But
sleepy.
here's the thing, and for Molly to start like digressing, I know what's gonna trip. You know what? Your husband's so rich, you can go next weekend. Shut up. Seriously, you can go every weekend until September. You wouldn't even notice it on your bank account.
Well, I don't think it's about them. None of this.
No,
money.
What
What are you talking
but
about?
here's the thing. Joe Blow, you go to Italy, that's a once every 10 years if you're lucky. Like normal people. Oh my God, but for them, they could literally just go every weekend. It wouldn't matter.
Yes, this is true.
Well, the other funny thing is earlier he said, I don't have any time off in the fall. He has a 2-week vacation in the fall.
Well, which one?
Stern. He has a 2-week vacation in the fall.
Yeah.
You can go then. Well, why
And then,
can't you
he's
go
off
then?
most
You're
of
off for 20
November. I mean, come on, dude.
None,
He could go in between. Oh, my
Stop.
goodness! Look at
Whoa, whoa,
that.
whoa. Time out.
no. Nick. Oh, you're so
Oh my God. The
cute.
$49.99.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're so
Let's
cute.
go to Italy.
Yeah, let's go.
You'll go to Italy.
I can't even go to the Italian restaurant in town.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like no joke. Howard worked barely 3 days a week. He could easily leave on a Wednesday, come back on a Saturday.
No, wait.
every week.
Stop. Would you stop? How is
No,
that relevant to the fact that he doesn't want to go anywhere?
okay.
Of course,
Okay,
he
I
can go anywhere he
understand. Okay.
wants.
We've established that he doesn't want to go, but his wife could literally go
She could go with
every
friends.
week.
She could
Well,
do-
she's an idiot. Then
Then it's not
shut
fun.
up. She
Then
should shut up.
She didn't say anything.
And she can go.
Of course she can.
So
All right,
she
getting-
should shut up.
You sure?
you guys are being weirdly belligerent for no reason. I have
I'm
lots.
not
I'm,
being
I'm
belligerent.
having fun. Somebody's an
I'm
opioid.
I'm
Somebody's an
stating an
opioid.
obvious fact.
I
There's
have
nobody
lots
in this
of
chat
get
that
to.
can draw the same conclusion.
I have lots of clips to get to that will
Good.
Because of the clips.
go to everything that we are talking about. Of course, she could go. Of course, they could go. Of course, they
Absolutely.
do anything they want. They have 8 weeks off. They have no kids at home, and they could do something every week if they want.
And literally they
Bottom
have
line
almost
is-
5 days off every week.
He won't, but he will.
No, we've established. Listen, that's a baseline. Howard is a freaking curmudgeon that doesn't want to go anywhere. We've established that, but we can also look at the fact that she has unlimited funds available to her and an empty calendar every week.
And she doesn't even give 12 hours a week.
Exactly. So
Hey,
whatever.
come on. Instagram photos don't post themselves.
Somebody does.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? The best part of that is, thank you for mentioning that, is the fact that now there's continuous posts from both the New York apartment and from Florida and from the Hamptons almost simultaneously. So any thought that she was doing that by herself is completely woof.
Yeah, of course. All right. So Beth comes clippity clopping down to the studio about to go into commercial when she's there. Again, we've had this discussion before. It is 8:30. You should listen to me live, listen to us live. Because I can almost guarantee when I wake up to pee at 2:30 in the morning, I will have an email saying that Sorry, Sirius took this down.
So does that mean we can just curse like ridiculously tonight?
You know what?
Because I mean, this sucker's dead.
I'm not
Sucker
going to believe
show is
almost
dead as
dead.
a doornail.
It is dead in the water. So
It's
a
dead in the
moot
water.
point
They're gonna
moving forward.
absolutely.
this bitch is coming down.
Yes. Yes, you are correct. Okay. All right. So let's hear her come clippity cloppeting down and arriving just in time for the commercial.
What I'm really worried about, like making duty over there.
Yeah, that's a big
I'm
word.
worried about a lot of stuff. But anyway, all right. Let me get to Jimmy and Molly because I know, he's on vacation and certainly kind enough to.
And they got
come on.
up.
Oh, there's my
to
my
you.
love. Hi, honey. You gonna sit over there? Okay, hold on. I'll set you up. I'm gonna do let me do a commercial and take a break, and then we'll go on the air because Beth wants to be part of this too, which I'm.
No, I was asked.
No, I know. I mean,
Very adamant about the fact that I did not want to come down here. I was asked to come down.
She totally posted it on Instagram, and now she's acting like oh
No. We didn't get there yet. We didn't get
No, to be on the show, it literally pulled the curtain back and goes, "This isn't my idea."
Yeah, I didn't want to be here. You told me you asked me to come down here. I didn't want to be here. Gotta continue.
I mean, I'm glad you're gonna be a part of it.
God, I hate her.
Okay, I know. I'm sorry. I meant you were asked to be a part of this, and I want you
I
as a.
don't want to be a part of it.
No, I want you here. Why do you do that?
I'm mad at you.
Yeah, why? Get on the microphone and be mad at me.
Don't say I wanted to be a part of this.
I
It's
was
going to be nonsense.
right. Okay, all right. Let me do my commercial.
I can't
then we'll-
hear anything.
All right, we'll set you. She gets crazy when she comes on the air. All you have to do is adjust the volume. Can you hear
I'm
now?
doing it now and it's not working.
All right, I'll set you up. Let me do the commercial. Oh,
Oh,
This is how it starts. This is how it starts.
this is
Another
how we
help-
do it.
Does she get dizzy when she stands up at the end? Just out of curiosity.
I don't think that.
Not
I
today.
don't think that happened today.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
I'm surprised.
So let's get to the funny thing.
Let's get this shit started.
Let's get to the funny shit about today.
She
So
hates him. Of course she does.
Beth,
She hates him.
Beth posts this. And says the following. About to go on Howard's show to talk about our upcoming Italy trip. Going to be so mad wearing his new hat that he got for the trip. Please don't call in and tell him about this post.
What a moron. What an utter and
This is
absolute
so-
moron.
Oh my god.
First off, I clipped this because this is not from it's from Stupidgram, but I clipped it. I love the comment, the first comment up there. This is what happened when you get married with someone with age difference this much. You have to ask people not to tell them why you did all this stuff. If Beth was married to someone her age, they would post pictures and she would post pictures without being so scared. Howard is old school. He's embarrassed to show his face. LOL. And people
Oh, Deirdre.
ripped this woman a new asshole like you can't even imagine. But I took a picture of it so that we could actually study it because
Let's study this.
we should. But let me play the clip
Oh.
so you can hear Dolt
That is totally Ben with a wig and a hat.
actually angry that people told him that she posted this as if, right? So, all right, so here goes. Hang on. Let me get this.
Posted it.
on the post she says, "Please don't tell my
Yeah,
husband."
who's the jerk?
Boy, oh boy.
I'm not in a happy mood right now.
What's going on? Why are you so ragged out?
I don't know.
What's wrong?
Because I feel this is going to go really bad.
No, it's not. You're afraid Molly and Jimmy are going to back out of the trip.
No, I'm afraid you're going to be such a... Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
All right,
I'm
let's
just here to listen.
wait till we get Jimmy and Molly on.
Are you all packed?
Who, Beth or me?
Howard's been
Yeah.
buying outfits for himself.
I'm buying
honest.
outfits. Yeah. I've got my hat. We'll talk about this in a
Who
minute.
told on me?
Somebody did. Beth posted the pic of me and the cowboy.
He
My
told
dad
on me. What a
told me stuff.
douchebag.
Don't ever
Oh,
say
your
that.
staff did?
Yeah.
Who? I'd like to know who.
Who?
I don't want to throw him under the bus. I'm sorry, but it was JD.
Threw
Well,
him
you
under the
throw him
bus.
under the bus.
My friend.
I know, I'm kidding.
JD told.
Wow, JD.
JD gets a raise.
I'm done with you.
Howard, he galloped into the office like
Oh,
nobody.
Galloped.
JD knows. That's
So this is how it goes. This is how it goes.
I just love how Gary used the term galloped.
Gallop.
Well, Beefus is in studio. That is subliminal. That's one of those things that
Exactly.
you're thinking and you say out loud.
Thank you, Baba Booey.
Can we just study this hat?
Let's study this whole thing.
This
Oh, bro.
surely is part of his look for Italy, right?
Oh
So
my
he's got
God.
the linen shirt on, his jeans, and of course it has the little strap you do underneath it.
Yeah,
Of course,
because he's afraid
like
that
his-
wig's
like
gonna
his
go
wig should.
flying.
Ah, Jesus, this
He
is
always gets that.
this is just brutal.
The wig strap.
I cannot believe that Beth would allow him to go out of the house looking like
It
Oh, she
doesn't
thinks she
care what
cares.
he looks like. We established
She
that
doesn't
already.
care.
It doesn't care. It
You
doesn't
might as well
love
have
him.
like, hairs growing out of its nose. Seriously, it's just so disgusting that this
All
is.
right, so I mean, let's really analyze this. Okay,
That's
the
good.
hair does look like it's attached to that hat.
The wig
I mean,
strap.
it really doesn't look
We-
right.
We had a whole episode on wig straps not too long ago.
And I mean, he will hear the term Finocchio because no human over there wears a hat like that.
This
They're
is
gonna
a tourist
point-
hat. This is a tourist hat.
They're gonna point and laugh. I mean, literally, they're gonna point and laugh.
This is a tourist hat.
What is
Especially
Geppetto?
on the top of that giant pencil. Like it's just amazing to me that he is going to go out of the house looking like this. It's shocking, actually. And it just goes to show you he really has no taste. I mean,
Dude,
no emphasis on looking good or even attempting to. He doesn't. He actually is completely inappropriately for every situation. Every situation.
And I mean, if he's wearing that shirt when it's going to be 90 something degrees and 50 something percent humidity, it's going to be disgust. I mean, he's going to feel vile.
good, good, good.
I
good.
can't wait with those
Let the
jeans.
hate flow through you.
It's just beautiful.
It's true. It's true. All right. So as
Dude, and let's can I don't because I'm not the fashionista like you guys, but I just couldn't help but notice that the hat is made out of the same material that they made Right Said Fred's vests. out of.
it's supposedly like a SPF 50.
If you guys look up Right Said Fred,
And I'm not doing it.
the same,
I'm not
it's
giving it
the same material.
It is.
in. Yes, the mesh.
It's like the one that Madonna used to have when she did Lucky Star.
It's stiff, open hole mesh. It's actually meant for like hiking or for like
Yeah, that's it.
like that.
You mean not walking through, little comunas and città in Italy, no,
Hanging out on the Spanish steps with an espresso, watching.
Absolutely, goddamn, absolutely.
That's not the look. That's not the look. All right, so then we start to find out little tidbits of information that start to come out, and
stubble looks terrible on him. Oh my god,
Dude, I mean, honestly, at this point, what wouldn't look good on
he
him?
needs
I mean,
a
come
big
on,
full beard to
let's be
hide that
honest
face.
here.
they said that today too. Beth said you should really grow a beard, and he's like,
I mean,
"Oh,
a full beard, like up
can't
to
imagine
here.
that."
Isn't she technically the beard?
Yes,
Yeah.
I said that in the thread. He already has a beard.
Hey, oh,
There's that. All right, let's move on and find out that they're actually going on a cruise. So, of course, as soon as you hear cruise. So we know that they're going to Lake Como, and let's listen a little.
We're looking for a group tour. Gate
still in
One's got
commercial.
you covered. Right now, get 20% off escorted group tours and river cruises. Oh, I hope when I'm in Italy, I get to go on a river cruise.
You are.
River cruise, yes.
Am I going on?
You are going on a cruise.
I am?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
It's
know
four
that.
Said that
hours.
earlier.
can we get some Molly Pirates?
2 hours
Yeah.
there, stop for lunch, 2 hours back.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I tried
Oh.
to put it short, but the town that we're going, it's 2 hours away from where we're going to be.
You really want to be?
I knew that.
Oh,
no,
here
no,
we
no.
go. Here we
You know
go.
what? I can't.
How about seeing how the cruise is?
We can
And-
always turn around.
Jimmy wants to do that?
I'm in charge. We have to ask.
All right. Wait till I tell Jimmy we're going on a 4-hour.
I'll cut it short. You just won't have lunch. I'll
It'll
bring
be
lunch.
like- No, I
my
want
diaper
lunch.
bag.
No, I want lunch.
In your diaper bag.
You got to bring a diaper bag for your baby.
It'll be
Uh,
like being Gilligan. Come on.
Why would she do? I just. So of course I had to do a little research, and
It's on Lake Como, going across it.
well, here's what they're going to do. It's called the Charm, and this is from Como Classic Boats. So if you need to see what,
Oh, there it is, the 4-hour cruise.
yes. So
The 007.
this is what they look like because this is classic.
Oh wow, those are really expensive
Beautiful.
boats. The mahogany boats, yes.
So let's see the classic tours. Oh no, it's an experience tour. I meant to do that. Experience tour, and this is exactly what they're going to be doing because
007.
so what they're going to do is they're going to take a tour Lake Como by boat.
No, that's 5 hours. The other one's 4. Oh, okay. Oh, the
2 hours
lunchtime.
there, and then lunch, and then 2 hours back. This is why I checked.
Oh.
So let's see how much this is. See how much this costs on Saturday, July.
It's $3,000.
No.
Peanuts.
More than
Peanuts to
$3,000.
them.
$4,000.
No. It's 3,000 euro for
Right, which is like $3,100.
yeah, for 4 passengers for 5 hours. 5
Hey,
hours.
Dennis, how many times is he going to hear Il Mostro?
Oh.
Il Mostro.
Spesso.
$700 per person, not including they'll
Mostro de Frankenstein.
take you to lunch, but they don't pay for lunch. That's it.
It's included. Lunch is included, right?
No.
No, it isn't. Oh dear.
You stop for lunch at one of their suggested restaurants.
Oh.
So only bottled water, soft drinks, and a bottle of Prosecco are included on board, but restaurant is not included. So it's 3,000 euro for their little cruise.
And then the overpriced place where you have lunch.
I got it.
Absolutely.
It's going to be another $1,000.
Yes. So that.
Hey, Dennis, how many times is he going to hear Barucha?
Wow.
Will he frighten the local villagers?
Yes, he will. They're going to get torches. They're going to chase him with torches.
Barucha. When he's like, what the F is he saying? Well, you're Italian.
I don't pay attention.
That's great. I always love that picture. I always love that.
Came in a little bit late, but that is Imus in the right-hand side. And I think,
Yes.
God, and thank you, Bobble Booey, for doing this for us. But
Thank you. You do the Lord's work.
Oh my God, Bobble Booey, Cousin Chips, and Biznick have absolutely done the Lord's work this year. So they deserve all the praise in the world for being there all the time for us when we need
rock
Photoshop or whatever we have. Okay, so let's move on just to Snurch. And Bobo calls in. And again, this is one of those days where just the shittiest of shit is on. Marianne's 25th anniversary of being in the show. And it just really just atrocious first part of the show. A lot of guys in the comment section were thinking that it was actually pre-recorded. And then he came on live when downstairs. We don't know. But let's go with it. What are you laughing about? Please tell
Jeremy Harrelson. Guarda Rocco. Un pelicano queer.
Wait, isn't that really supposed to be Menuccia?
Un pelicano Pinocchio.
You guys, you're so cute and full of chuckles tonight. I like it
because it's the last show. It's the last show to freaking the fall.
Yes, and then you can use the closed captions.
I'm so happy.
Just turn on the closed captions now.
Super Trooper, yes, the RG shirt is available as a tank top, and the link is in the
absolutely
below us. So let's go to the next clip. Bobo calls in and has a stupid question.
Good question now that we have Jimmy and Molly.
Love you guys, man. Do you plan on sitting next to Jimmy Howard or Beth during your 8-hour flight to Italy?
Well, that's a good question, actually. Because, number one, Beth has no interest in going to Italy with me. She's already told me that. She is going because she wants to be with Jimmy and Molly, and specifically Molly. Like Beth, I think, has a major girl crush on Molly. And so I
Right.
think Beth's plan is to dump me off on Jimmy with all my misery and then hang out with Molly.
You know, they've been talking about this so much, and I feel like when you overthink a trip like this, and when you overtalk it, and when you overplan it, it becomes horrible.
Oh, absolutely. It becomes a nightmare. Now,
Horrible.
here's something that because they talked about the flight and all, and I started doing some maths. So they're leaving like at 7 or 8 our time, right?
Morning.
To fly over there in the morning. That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Italy.
Yes.
Okay. It's an 8-hour flight. Okay.
Right. So they're landing at like midnight.
9 or 10 at
That
night.
ain't so bad. 8 hours ain't.
Well, no,
ain't
no,
nothing.
no. But here's the problem. They're going to get to the hotel at midnight.
Maybe at midnight. Think
If
about
they're
it.
lucky. If it isn't, because they're probably going to Milan.
You have luggage. You have to go
Yep.
through
Customs.
passport,
Yes.
customs, the whole thing. So anytime you either land or take off to somewhere foreign, you're looking at least a tack on of a
This
half
is
hour.
how stupid he is with the flight going in the morning. Because now you're going to be getting into your hotel room at like midnight, 1 a.m. What an imbecile. Because literally, if you flew overnight like a normal human being,
Like a normal
you would
person.
get there in the morning, you would have slept,
Here's the
and
problem.
days would be normal.
Even at the best hotels, anywhere I have ever gone, I swear to God, even at the best hotels, your ass ain't getting checked in at like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's just not.
Oh no!
There's
Unless they
nothing.
pay for the day before.
Listen, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I've never done a day flight.
Right.
They're really not available to go to Europe. They really aren't. Maybe London, but that's about it. But you can't check in. So here you are looking all scraggly and shit, dying for a shower, dying to like just brush your teeth, do anything, change your clothes,
Not
whatever.
him.
And there you are on the street, you and the fucking gypsies trying to get like some cappuccino at 7 o'clock in the morning because nothing is open and people are going to work. And there you are sitting there. And you know, we've all been there. I mean, it just sucks.
But they're flying charter, right? Or private or whatever.
Yes, you know, I heard Jimmy say, you know, I can't even imagine that any of the other people that are going to be on the flight want to hear you playing guitar. So
I think he's talking about the 3 other people on the flight.
they might have a share flight. I mean, it might be a
But
co-share.
still, but
yeah, let's
going
go.
during the day is a rookie move. That's rookie.
100%. But she's at the point where she will do absolutely anything to make
Oh,
this.
that first day is going to be so miserable. I can't
And-
wait.
and-
That first day is going to be so miserable.
And let's not forget that in Europe, you have to put your ostrich in 8-day quarantine before he can do anything.
What about a horse? When you bring a horse over, it has to go into quarantine also.
Mostro gigante.
Cavallo, cavallo, mostro. Cavallo blanda.
I have no idea what's going on. I love the chuckle fest going on here because I have no idea what's going on.
Cavallo grande.
So then Jimmy is trying to have him embrace having fun and embrace having a good time. He, of course, wants to hear nothing of this because he doesn't want to. You know, there's nothing about this that he wants to. I can't get comfortable tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Frocchio gigante.
I have no idea. You done now?
Baby. I can go back to Whiskers if you want.
No. Okay.
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 Oh, not
Put it on the table.
What do you think of that?
Okay. Are we done now, boys?
Yeah, we're done.
Can we settle just for a snurch? All right, here we go.
Maybe I will like traveling. What do you think of this?
I think that's a positive way to think about it. I also think it's a very weird way to think about it, where most people go like, it would be fun to go to Italy. Not
Right.
It would be good for me therapeutically to go to Italy. It would be fun. There's a word called fun that you might want to experience just once before you die.
Never.
I don't think I understand. Molly, I don't understand fun. Like, what's fun?
I know you don't. And I'm quite worried about this trip. I'm going to be honest. Okay. I'm worried you are not going to enjoy yourself. And I want you to enjoy yourself.
Oh, that's loud.
Wondering whether
Sorry. Yeah, he's not going to enjoy himself. Everybody
Oh
knows
no, he's gonna be miserable. Make everybody else miserable.
that's his job. His job is to have. And Jimmy said at some point, he's like, if you enjoy 95% of the trip, the 5% that you're miserable with and that you don't enjoy will be something that the audience then needs to hear for the next year, because you'll be so miserable about one particular part of the. Molly is a plain Jane. She is. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they were try to give her ratings, and like somebody gave her like a Tampa 5, and I'm like, no, not even close. I mean, she may be a Tampa 3, possibly on a good day.
If she's a Tampa 3, where does Caitlin Hatley come in?
Oh, that's like a 1.5. That's late at night.
What happened to those two? I don't hear anything.
I did a thread on them today.
Did you? I don't hear anything about Bort and Caitlin.
Well, in Italy, they would say "puttana."
Puttana.
Okay, so I love this. Basically, they're talking about, and this is a long clip, so we're gonna have to break it up a little bit.
Yes.
He's basically apparently only good for 3 nights anywhere they ever go, and I was shocked to hear that. And we'll hear this later on. Kimmel says that they have been away 11 times with the Sterns.
Wow.
Out of the country.
And
well, I can't really. Well, we'll get to it, but I can't put my finger on 11 trips, and maybe there's trips that we don't know anything about.
There's definitely.
Yes. So, let's hear. What are you laughing about?
All right, Jeremy Hills is killing me. Cristo, guarda, Roberto, Joey Ramon.
Oh my God. Okay. Only good for
like, literally, he should just wear a GoPro on his head the whole time, because this show's never going to end.
All right, here we go.
Yes, you understand him very well.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I understand you too. I want, in understanding you, I'm wondering why we're doing this.
Well, you want to know something, Molly? That's my fear in this. I know you guys. I know a lot of your friends, celebrity friends, and Jimmy and Molly do go. They do go away with their celebrity friends a lot. We've seen them. Mexico and all this kind of thing. And
Mexico,
I'm
you left
afraid.
early.
I left.
They left
That's
early.
right.
They went on a trip with them to Mexico and they left early.
Yep.
Why?
Why wouldn't you?
But why? He's with all his,
because
pretty ass liquor friends. How?
Maybe because the glue for the wig, ran out. You didn't pack enough glue.
Eat exactly. It's
like you need more glue. All
right, let's continue.
Did I leave early?
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
you did.
I had
There were
enough
ants.
fun.
You're only good for 3 nights. I realized that.
That's what
Right.
I'm worried
Oh,
about.
no.
I
He
think-
can't leave
I
Italy
think-
after 3 nights.
You know
Well,
what? I'm having a
then why
hard
don't
time
we
with
say this? Why don't we say
we're
this?
not spending more than 3 nights in one
In
particular
any one place.
I know,
I
but
did
I
think
feel
that
like-
through.
But don't you
I
think
do.
don't you guys think once we get settled into our rooms?
Oh,
we're
you're
not-
going to want to stay
we're
in
not
that
gonna wanna
one
pack
first
up
place?
and leave.
No.
No? Okay.
You're going to be
I
thrilled with this.
I think we've made this trip too long already. I'm going to be honest.
I don't.
Oh.
Yes.
No.
I'm worried.
Going to-
And guys, we're going to be honest here. Ordinarily, I wouldn't think it was too long. I think Howard, after like 3 days, is going to go, I got it. Let's get out. That's what I think is going to happen.
No, we're
And of course, that's the case. Molly's the only one speaking the truth in this entire thing. Jimmy just keeps giggling like a schoolgirl, and just agreeing to everything Howard says and making it okay. This is what's going on today.
we're doing 2 and 3 nights at the 3 different
Right.
places,
Right.
and I think it's
Very
I
different.
think
Oh, that voice.
very
Because he
different
loves
places.
to move around.
Molly,
Yes.
why,
I'll pack
Molly,
him.
Molly, Molly, why did the pandemic have to end?
Jesus wept. So, all right, I'm figuring this out. So they're gonna go to Florence for a couple of days.
3 days.
Yeah, and then they're gonna go up to Lake Como because it's not really that close. And then they're gonna get down to Rome. I'm guessing.
I think they're going to end the trip in Rome. I agree.
They end the trip in Rome and fly out of Rome.
But they're
which
going to
is-
fly from Lake Como to Rome.
Like Homo?
No. Fly home from Rome. You could take a train. You gotta have to take a train. They're gonna drive from Lake Como to friggin' Rome.
I'm asking, how are they getting from Lake Como to Rome?
They're probably gonna fly a small flight because there's no way the Pelican is gonna want that drive. That drive is long. That's a long drive. Seriously.
Lake Como Directions. My location. No. Rome.
It'll be a hard trip.
Mm.
What type of gas mileage you gonna get across the Atlantic?
Oh, it won't connect to the server. That's weird. I don't know.
You want me to
Why
do
is
it?
Molly
I'll
acting
do
like it's
it.
her money and her time or whatever? Dude, she's like in Mexico, you have all these corrupt politicians who marry these ridiculous women, and women act like the husband earned the money or like she earned the money. She's the same way. Shut up. Shut up. You're not paying for this. Who cares? And don't you have a sick kid at home? Why the F are you even leaving? Why are you even leaving? What kind of mother are you?
Yeah, I kind of bagged on him at the beginning of the.
Dude, remember the genesis of this whole vacation during summer, according to Kimball, was I want to spend time with my family. Dude, you have a kid that just had major heart surgery a few weeks ago. Why are you leaving?
So
what do you got?
I can't really see it, can you?
Give it to us.
All right, so this drive is 7 hours and 39 minutes.
That's not happening. They're gonna puddle hop.
They're gonna fly. There's no way you're gonna drive. I mean, it's 656 kilometers, which
I'm
is
not really sure that that's where they're going. I'm thinking like 3 days in Florence, 3 days in Tuscany, and then maybe 2 days in Lake Como, and then fly.
but they're going to Rome because see Michelangelo. They said Sistine Chapel. They said the Sistine Chapel. That's in Rome.
Oh,
that's in Vatican City.
That's true. But Robin said that. Oh, who the hell knows? Really, who knows? Who knows?
But I mean, they're gonna fly. Milan isn't that far from Cuomo, but it's pretty far from Florence.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that Robin knows what she's talking about.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, but
the same person that didn't find vegetables in Europe. That's who we're
it's
true.
counting on.
I feel like they're staying north. Honestly, I don't
think they're gonna go to Rome.
Shamefully, I don't think Rome is.
But Florence isn't that close either. Florence is about 200 kilometers away from Lake Como. It's not close either. That's a long way.
But there's somewhere in between. I think that they're leaving. I think the end of the trip is Lake Como. I think
But
that.
then you leave out of Milan, which is still like 30 miles. 40 miles.
Milan's. Maybe they're going to Milan. Maybe they're doing Florence, Milan,
There's
and
nothing in Milan. Milan's awful.
That's a
Yeah, but they're rookies, bro. I mean, at least the Sterns are.
Yeah.
It's a
All right.
shithole.
So check this out. So when
They're probably looking for an Olive Garden while they're there.
when they decided they wanted to go and do this trip, they originally said yes to the trip and wanted to do it for 4 days, for 4 nights. They wanted to do a 4-night trip to Italy.
You can't do a 4-night trip to Italy. That's impossible.
Now listen to the clip. Here we go.
I know.
You're saying something incorrect. We're going to go. Listen, we're not going to fly all that way to spend 3 days.
Right. That's what we thought.
I'm hoping.
But let's remember that initially you guys wanted to go for 4 total nights. That was the first pitch to us. And we wisely said, you can't go to Italy for 4 nights. You got to have, well, you're going to go all the way to Italy. You haven't been. We got to make it worth it. There's lots to see. There's lots to do. And I'm feeling guilty that we may have talked you into overextending yourself. And now after exactly what 4 nights, you're going to go, let's wrap it up. That's what.
You know what? Too bad. If they do that, say bye. Arrivederci, asshole. And
Yeah, exactly. Arrivederci, cocksucker.
who cares? Just who cares?
Dude, Molly's voice is really annoying.
Yes, it is.
You could just have that conversation. Well, Maria, I have INS on speed dial. If you don't clean around the shelves.
Yeah, he has that like teacher voice. It's a little.
She has that what voice?
It's a little sea monkey-ish.
Oh yeah, she definitely has
Yeah,
sea
like
monkey
okay,
voice.
like yeah, you earn all those trips to Italy, broad. Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are so cute with the earning thing. You know what? Let's.
I don't say that. He does.
I did.
He says it, not I.
I did. I definitely said.
Both of them married well, and they should be able to do anything. Quite honestly, Molly should have just done this trip with Beth on
They
her
do. They'll be back in Italy before Thanksgiving.
But here's the problem.
Oh, Beth, I'm talking about.
But here's the problem.
What?
Because the Pelican's so controlling, he won't let Beefus go by itself.
No, of course not.
We know that.
Well, that's her fault, dude.
No.
That's on her.
That's on her. I mean, dude.
I know.
Establish it from the get.
Have a little freaking dignity.
She has her own life. Exactly. Have a little dignity.
Dignity? Beefus?
So let's listen to her. Let's listen to her tell us about the bazillion times that she's been to Lake Como, because of course.
Yes, let's hear this.
Yeah.
What are you, Como? Ho!
Thank you, Doug.
I stole that from the
agreeing with me. I don't even know why Molly is addressing it. I would let them see that the fact that we stayed and didn't go back with them, so they never bothered me again. But apparently, they are extending their trip. They are going off
for another week,
after
which is what you're supposed to do.
What normal people would do. Of course, you're going all that way. You might as well go for 2 weeks.
Of course, you know, leaving the son at home with this healing heart.
Yes.
Maybe Beefus would give them a cat.
Maybe
heal his
go
heart.
up there and heal him. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Millennium Tower Skeleton. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. You're awesome.
Can you imagine before they left? They're like, "Now listen, little Jimmy Jr. Here's a phone number to the cardiologist. Don't lose that."
Exactly. And Consuelo will bring you just in case you're having any.
Ay, el niño corazón no trabaja.
All right. So here's Beth telling us about her fabulous modeling opportunities overseas.
Yes.
And of course,
I discussed the 2 places that we were deciding to go in Italy. And then Molly said, well, I believe that Jimmy and I are going to extend and probably go see this 3rd place. Right, Molly?
Yes.
And I said, that is a place where I worked when I was working.
Yeah, whore.
Well, wait a minute.
how many times exactly, Beth? How many times is many times?
Yeah, let's see some pictures, right?
No.
Let's
Here's
see
the
something.
thing.
Let's see some proof.
It didn't say modeling. It said working.
Working.
Let's
Gurgle,
figure that
gurgle.
one out for a quick second.
I know.
If you're modeling, you
how
say
many
you're
times
modeling.
how many times do you think Beth said "hawk tua" while she was working?
Many times.
Many times.
Many.
Oh, that's right. Spit on it.
Many was okay.
I remember thinking, gosh, I want to bring my husband here someday. And so that turned me on. So immediately I said, of course we're going to go and go to that 3rd place with you guys. So that's my fault. But you're
yeah, okay.
It cost 25 euro.
Hey, to her credit, it was hard before these people, could take Venmo back then. You know? Oh, do you take PayPal or Venmo?
So of course, then we have to talk about food and his diet. Of
Italian food every meal, seeing as how it's the only food available.
Yes,
And also, it's kind of why you go to Italy.
Now, you're not worried about the food, are you, Howard?
No,
That you should not worry about. Yeah.
You're gonna
No,
love
I'm on the Mediterranean diet. That's the Mediterranean. Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
There you
that's
go.
what you do. I think it's very healthy over there.
very.
And I'm going to eat some
I am
pasta.
I'm gonna eat pasta.
I'm gonna go back to the noises at night.
Go ahead.
That is
Oh, Molly will be farting it
No,
from the room. Is
stop
that what
it.
you're trying to get on the
You are
table?
not helping this.
He's worried about noise in the room. He's worried about there being no air conditioning. He's worried about being able to take a duty when he's out there because he won't have his Toto toilet. He's worried
Yes.
how hot it's going to be. He's worried about the duty on the streets. He's worried about the cats. He's worried about
Can
walking.
we go back for a second though? About instead of the worry, this skeleton back here, this skeleton right here, says he's eating a Mediterranean diet. He does not eat a Mediterranean diet by any stretch of the imagination.
Of course he does.
Absolutely not. Mediterranean diet includes having pasta and breads,
Yes, of
eating
course.
lots of fish. He does not do that.
Yes.
Eating lots of different vegetables.
Yes.
Having olive oil.
Yes. He doesn't
These
do
are
it.
things he is not doing. He
No.
is not eating anything resembling a Mediterranean diet.
And let's not forget, someone mentioned in the chat earlier. Remember, we used to claim he was half Italian.
Yes, of course.
Remember, like Gilbert famously said,
Gilbert.
What half is? He looked at his parents.
It's so weird. He used to, we all knew that he was joking with us, but a lot of people I don't think did,
Yeah. I love Gilbert though. Which half's Italian?
Exactly.
Top of the bottom. Okay.
But, tre mandale, por favor.
Here is his edict for getting on the airplane, which is kind of crazy. Here's this one.
World right
I don't
now,
like
and
it
you're
when
still
things are
using
too
it.
quiet. I have to have white noise. So I understand.
What is your strategy on this trip? Are you going to sleep on the plane? I don't want anyone sleeping on the plane. That's my dream, because then we'll all be tired when we get to Italy, and everyone will go to bed early. That's my
Stay
plan.
away from the plane because
Because
it's
you're going to fall asleep within the first
I'll
half.
sleep, but I sleep at night. I
Yeah.
sleep.
All right.
So we're gonna start out. We're leaving first thing in the morning,
Right.
and we're gonna get there probably.
How long is the flight?
7.5
8 hours.
Oh God!
Idiot.
You
Right?
told
Am
me
I-
6. You said it was the same as going to LA.
I just made that up, thinking of when I
think
when I
that's
used to go
correct.
to Italy.
Yeah, it's not that long.
I think it's 6.
No.
But don't worry, you know what? I've written a lot of original poetry. I'm going to be reciting on the plane on the way.
How long is that flight? Damn it!
It's 8 hours. From New York
not
to
a long
Milan is
flight.
8 hours. All day long, twice on Sunday, it's 8 hours.
To Milan or to Florence?
It's same difference. Milan, it's the same difference. It's 8 hours.
That's
It's an 8-hour flight, and these people are idiots because they're going to get there at midnight, and that's insane. That is literally insane.
okay. First off, there's no nonstops to
But that's why they're taking a charter.
Florence.
No, that's why they have to go to Milan. Milan is the big airport. You have to fly into Milan. That's the international airport.
Let's go to Milan.
So that's 8 hours.
Let's go. Let's all go to
They've
Milan.
done the flight. It's 8 hours.
Hang on. No stops.
And I looked it up. 8 hours.
It is 7:55 going, 8:45 coming home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she should know all this by now because of the fact that she's been there a million times.
It worked there.
Yeah. So why is that not something that she automatically knows, since she's planned this thing down to where they are stopping to take photos and where they are eating? It's like, how do you structure something like this? Like, how do you structure to Italy like this? It's so insane to me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, once again, I think this is her first trip to Italy where she ain't gonna hawk Tua to pay for dinner every night.
Probably true. It's probably true. Yeah. And you know what? When she was there, with all due respect, Beefus, you were probably 19 or 20 at best at your peak. You didn't visit anything. You didn't do anything.
Well, it did things.
Where?
Yeah, she did it.
Lots of things.
So
here
they are talking about guys on Lake Como, and this goes back to her saying she's been there many times. That's
many times.
Guys, Lake Como particularly, many times, because there's so many modeling photo shoots going on.
Absolutely.
Working.
Zero proof any of this happened.
Working, not modeling. Working.
She was doing the international boat show on Lake Como.
Exactly.
So let her not fool us. Okay, so here's her talking about
very bold about taking a very good look.
Honey, you said you received a round of applause in Italy, right?
Well, keep in mind, I was on a photo shoot on a trip with 4 other models, and we were
that's what they got.
Bathing suit, getting to the photo
How
shoot.
much for 2 in the pink?
A different scenario.
Yeah, I believe I have a hard on.
That's when I was 20 years old.
Once again, prove it.
She was 20
You
years
post
old.
10,000 cat pictures a day. Post one picture
It's
of
been
you actually working in
30
Italy.
years since she's been to Italy.
Oh, bro. Come on.
Wait a minute.
I have pictures
So-
of my first communion when I was freaking
The
in
last
fourth grade.
time it went to Italy, they were still using the lira.
Yeah.
They weren't using a euro
This is
yet.
true.
No.
This is true. Absolutely.
I bet it's going to ask for lira.
I'm just fascinated by this whole thing.
I just think that the come on, the grift is freaking okay. We get it. You were
grift is
blowing dudes in
strong.
Italy. Come
Jimmy
on.
then lets us know
Don't
that
insult our intelligence.
they have been away 11 times with the Stearns. So let's listen to that clip.
But the funniest thing about all this craziness surrounding Italy is we've been on vacation in foreign countries together like 11 times.
11 times.
I doubt it.
So many times.
I doubt it.
Us.
Us.
Mexico.
Oh, well, yeah.
The
But I was in
the
fun in
Bahamas.
Mexico. Everybody.
Mexico.
You guys didn't
Bahamas.
go to Mexico.
I look back at those trips, they were perfect because we left at the right time. We had the
Right.
best time.
That
And it
voice.
What I'm worried about.
It was, yeah, but I'm telling you, Molly, I got this. Like, I have
Alright.
no concerns about the length of this trip.
Okay.
Me neither.
because of the, like I said, the different area, the different places. Because we're gonna have to set up in each one, and it's gonna be new. And then when you're getting comfortable, we're gonna go to the next one. It's,
Christ.
Dude, how is this not the Griswolds?
God.
This is totally the Griswolds right here, bro.
I like traveling with a toddler.
Totally ripping off that movie.
Two toddlers. It's literally two toddlers.
It's ridiculous. I feel like she's actually gone insane. Like I can't even imagine that any part of this trip will be fun for her. None.
Oh no! Well, the thing
She'll be
is, you
spending
hear it
money.
mentioning.
That's all that matters.
Would you stop?
You
the money
hear-
angle? Would you please?
No.
No.
Here's the thing, though. It keeps on mentioning the diaper bag. Literally, it calls it Howard's diaper bag.
Can you imagine?
That
Can
is
you imagine
insane.
needing to have somebody have all that stuff for you? Your wet naps, your almonds, you know,
Yeah.
a little sippy cup with your juice. in
sippy
it or
cup.
something.
Don't forget the man pawns.
Man pawns. Yes,
Yes, he wears man pawns.
He totally wears man pawns.
What's wrong with you people? I have no idea what's going on anymore.
He
So
does. He wears a man pawn.
here's Beth dreaming about wine because, of course, she has everything planned down to the most finite part of this trip. It's just amazing to me.
Worry about Molly.
Yeah.
Have the best time in Italy.
I
It's
will.
Molly's vacation too.
That's what I was just going to
No
say.
worrying
Molly,
about Jimmy. No
yeah.
worrying about Howard. No
Yeah.
worrying about
I'm
Beth. Molly
excited.
worries about
I'm gonna
Molly.
be with Beth in a bikini, and it's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great time. I'm
Glass
I'm
of
really enjoying it.
wine.
glass
Yeah.
of wine.
Oh, I'm dreaming of my wine in
Mm.
Italy.
Another thing I can't do. All right. Anyway.
Wow, what a
They have, the
Molly.
best
Great.
they have the best hot water in Italy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so mean.
You know what's interesting?
Listen, you two.
Hang on.
There is no harder working couple in show business than Molly McNierney and Jimmy Kimmel. And they have a show called Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights at 11:30 p.m. on ABC. You should all watch it. It's
All right, wrap it up. I don't even care.
So, all right, here's a little thing that happened though. Beefus never officially took the Stern name.
My next. That's
Oh, it is your next clip. Okay, I lost track of time during this because I was so bored. But here's the funny thing. And she's frozen. Am I frozen?
No, I'm listening.
Okay.
So you did freeze for a second, but that's how
You did freeze and it threw me off. But if you go to any of the major vineyards there, they have a whole. They don't just give you wine and crackers. They give you Sunday dinner when you go there. And this hump cannot appreciate something like that. Literally,
Well-
they give you the whole experience. And I can't imagine, especially in Florence region, there's one where I buy wine from, and they actually they put out like they give you Sunday dinner, lasagna, everything, just the whole kit and
hospitality.
caboodle.
Wasted on
They
him.
say, here,
Wait.
have my son Giuseppe too. But you know what's interesting about this whole absurd conversation is she is bagging on him for being the wet blanket, but nothing is worse than being on a trip, even to like a theme park with someone that wants to structure every second of your freaking moment of your time there. She is that person. She wants to account for every second of everybody. Dude, does she not realize how absolutely annoying that is?
I mean, I admit that I could be that way sometimes too, but
oh, come on.
I know,
Come on.
In more of a okay, I really want to go to, like, if we were in New York for the first time, I really want to go to Soho. But that doesn't mean that I need
Chelsea's
to go
Army. Chelsea's Army.
at 11 o'clock and then have lunch at 12:30.
I have a story.
Place, you know.
So I had this two sets of friends, right? And one friend was an airline pilot. Okay,
Mhm.
this is very key to this story. And they went to in Georgia. Oh my God, I can't think of the place all of a sudden. They paint the river green for St. Patrick's Day, and I can't think of the Augusta. They went to not to Augusta. They went to
Okay, wherever. We won't know.
whatever.
Okay.
All right, so they went there. This guy had literally every hour planned from the time they woke up to the time they went to sleep. All the restaurants, everything. And then they also went to France.
Savannah.
And Savannah, thanks. But then they also went to Paris the same way, literally structured down to the
That shit gets
hour.
old really quick.
It was miserable. Literally, the other couple took me on the side. I was like, "Oh my god, we don't ever want to go anywhere with him again."
No.
It was the most miserable experience of our lives.
Too much. And I get
Everybody knows that one person.
Well, I get if you're going somewhere where, like like when I went away last year, or when I went to wherever I went, and you just know that Monday you're here until
Okay, but
Wednesday.
that was your choice for you.
Wednesday you're going somewhere else, and you're there until this day, and then it's just kind of like, okay, so what are we gonna do here? Do you want to go to a vineyard? Do you want to go horseback riding? Do you want to go do this? Do you want to go do that? But to have it say, no, this is what you're doing, and we're eating at 12:05, and we'll be done by 12:30, and then you can take a nap from 12:30 to 2:00.
Oh God!
And then we'll get up again.
No.
They
And
deserve each other. They really do deserve each
There'll
other.
be no walking on this trip either. There'll be no walking through the streets. There'll be
Oh
nothing.
my God, that's like half the experience of Italy, though, is walking, because I mean it's made to walk.
Exactly. It's walking. It's not getting into a sprinter van and going off to another place. It's
Oh
just
my God, the sprinter van! I can't wait till that thing gets stuck in an alley.
They've been wearing on with us when we were saying that he's definitely going to rent like a sprinter van, and that's what they're going to be like.
100%.
Oh,
And you know
it's
what?
gonna be
Like people
so
mentioned in the chat,
embarrassing.
it is fun to just wander off and
So
discover
fun.
stuff when you're in a different country.
So fun.
It's fun.
And this Finocchio talking about like taking time and
Pinocchio!
drawing buildings. I mean, it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Jimmy, will you hold my hand and take me to go look at buildings and we can sketch them?
and we can sketch them together, and
Oh,
then that's the pointing of Finocchio.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so fun.
Americano Finocchio.
Even if they're going to the museum, right? They're going to go see David. They're going to go to a museum.
Ooga.
That not take up like hours of your day. I
It
mean,
should, unless you're Howard.
Should.
You run through the friggin' place.
it should take up time, but it won't with him. It just won't.
I mean, that
Watch,
should
they're
be
gonna try
a
to
6 hour.
They're going to try to pull one of those Kardashians where they pay to get in early to wherever they go.
Oh, I can see
100
that happening, but I
100%.
don't think that there's enough indoor stuff. Like, there's
I don't know.
there's so many churches where there's
Yes.
amazing art. You know what I mean? So you just
Mhm.
walk in and maybe you pay a little bit, light a candle, you give a little money, whatever, and you go and see the most amazing art. I mean,
You think they're going to the Vatican?
I don't know. We were just talking.
Why wouldn't you? You know,
They
because
did say that, though. They did talk about the
Robin
Vatican.
did. Robin
like,
did.
why wouldn't you? You're there? I mean, you're
Yeah, I know.
silly.
It's far, and they're only there.
Especially like, where are the altar boys, Rob?
They're there for 8 nights. 8 nights. 3 nights one place, 3 nights somewhere else, and then 2 nights in Lake
Yeah.
Como, I think is the way it works. So
Woo.
whatever. Okay, so the thing that Dennis was just talking about was Beth will never take his name, which was kind of weird. That she'll.
She takes his money.
Oh my God! Enough with you.
Why are you not a Stern?
I go by Beth Stern. I
Yeah.
just haven't legally changed it, and nor am I going to.
Why?
Ooh.
Want to be one with me?
I feel that I am, but I don't feel
Really?
that's necessary to change my name.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Well, good thing this morning I bestowed upon Marianne from.
Okay, so he goes into a whole thing. So, and he says that he bestowed upon Marianne from Brooklyn, Mrs. Howard Stern, and she's like, "Good,"
Sure.
something like that. So,
Mhm.
so we're wrapping up. They're wrapping up the end of the show. This is basically the conversation that went on for like way too long, and nothing else was garnered from the conversation other than what we've basically talked about. Then they end with the most horrific song sung by Sal, and it's a horrible Italy song. I'm only going to play a little bit of it for you because why not?
Italy song.
Here we go.
This is so beautiful, and I want you all to hear it.
I don't know if I'm going to have fun in Italy.
I'm going to try to learn how to have fun.
When the hotel is loud and you shit in a hole in the ground, that's Howard in Italy.
I'm pretty sure this is elder abuse.
When there's no AC in the intense summer heat, that's Howard in Italy.
Horrible. Just that's.
Wow.
Sal has a show.
70 writers for that.
Sal has a show that he does in Long Island where he actually sings like that. He actually sings like show.
He's a crooner.
Yeah, he's a crooner.
He's a crooner.
He does
In
it
the boots.
many
The
weekends.
boots.
Never been promoted on the show, but that's what he does on the weekends. All right, last clip. End of show. Here we go.
Please relax. Everything's good. So I have to end the show now, but I do, Robin, have to say something about Lume.
There you go. End of show. End of show. Say goodbye to Molly and Jimmy, who, by the way, were not in studio. They were not at their house, which surprised me. I thought for sure that they were flying in.
No, they were in LA still.
And they were on Zoom. Yeah.
They zoomed in.
It's apropos.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. What was so bizarre about this was utterly the worst appearance of Jimbo Kimball on the show.
Yes, for sure.
He was as wooden as a plank, and honestly, that's why that's why I said had all the energy of an opium den, because there was no energy at all. There was no tit
He
for
knows that the
tat.
standard's so low at this point.
But no, it was they were bored being there. They were literally bored.
Just out of curiosity, and there's no way we'll ever know. Do you think they've ever addressed the fact that they were shit talking them and in that email chain to like hey, by the way, what's that email chain about? You guys shit talking us that they didn't realize that they included Beth for 1 second.
You know what? Jimmy's such a sycophant, and he's such an ass kisser of Howard's that there is nothing he wouldn't do. Now, what we didn't get into in this entire conversation is them talking about like these parties that they go to in LA and how they were invited to Paul McCartney's house, and Taylor Swift was actually like kind of guest DJing there with Travis Kelce, and everybody was there. And he's like, how come I didn't get invited? How come I don't get invited? And Beth says, oh, we've been invited to Paul McCartney's house. And he's like, well, you don't tell me about this. What are you talking about? And she's like, well, through a friend of ours, we got invited to a few things at their house. And, you always say no. And so that's why we don't go.
Yeah, that was an incredible dig, because it was, you could hear it in its voice how irritated it was that it couldn't go to these parties because Howard is such a stick in the mud and such an annoyance that that's why they're not invited to anything.
But you know what it is though too? What it is that most parties in the world, right, of party don't start till like 8, 9 o'clock in the world.
Where 8 or 9 o'clock, that's when the caters show up, bro.
So
no.
Nothing he wants to do at that hour. Nothing. He wants to watch The Bachelor and he wants to go to sleep.
He wants to be asleep by that hour, and that's not the way a party works.
And so, we can chuckle about Beth's, $1,000 shoes and $3,000 dresses and $10,000 necklaces, but she really lives a horrible life with that man. I can't imagine. She signed up for it.
Well,
she absolutely deserves everything she gets. She
a horse of another color.
She chose this life. She chose this life.
Okay, all things being equal, obviously Jimmy knows that he's way bigger celebrity than Howard at this point, right?
No, I don't know that he does.
I don't think he does.
With just looking at the circles that he runs into and all this other stuff, he has to know that at this point it's just it's a novelty for Howard. Come in, look, and don't say no, because he jumped Adam Carolla like a bad habit, like no problem.
That's true. That's true.
And they're supposed to be like lifelong chums, and like he would absolutely.
It's like bringing the funny retarded kid to the party. So you want,
pretty much, yeah.
And I gotta believe after this trip, Jimmy and Molly are gonna have so much fun relaying the stories to their friends. And
my God,
than he will ever tell us on air. Like,
I guarantee,
Wonderful in Roses, and to them it'll just be hysterical.
I guarantee Jimbo Kimball will have a party at his house in August, and they will be telling stories of this trip.
Bro, the
anybody that he may have story time. This may be the greatest thing ever.
Back, he's going to be partying.
And even like during Christmas, somebody will come up and say, Jimmy, oh my God, tell the story about the statue of David. Tell the story.
Because it's just going to be so bad. The thing is, what's so telling is the Memorial Day weekend. They were still in Florida for Memorial Day weekend. They came back after it. They didn't get invited to a party in the Hamptons. Not
poor
one.
baby.
Not one.
That's a shame. That's
not a party.
That's a shame.
The biggest party weekend of the year in the Hamptons, and they were persona non grata.
Yeah, I might feel a little bit.
Rick, I disagree. He literally gets
Yeah,
off on
tell us
making
what you're
people
talking
miserable.
about, Xavier, please, for the people who are going to listen to this on a podcast.
Oh, I am sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Rick, the electricians, wrote, the thing is, people like him never understand how miserable they make other people. I completely disagree with
Oh
that.
my God.
He gets off on making people miserable.
Oh, Ida, you're the best.
Oh my God, Ida Greenfield.
Ida, don't think for a second I missed out on watching you like doing a workout today because I thought that was hysterical.
She did a workout?
It was just very funny. She's sitting there like slightly disheveled, and it was actually very, very funny. I'm gonna send you because I noticed this yesterday when I was on with the boys. There's a
Oh God, that yes.
picture of me doing pull-ups. And I didn't know they were filming it, and it's actually very funny. I'm like, oh my God, she didn't tell me she was going to put this up on Instagram, but she didn't tag me or anything. It's just that, I saw it there, but you'll get a kick out of it when I show it to you. But thank you so much. Thank Gunkers for weeks of entertainment. Yes, God knows we try. It's a couple of things I want to end our show with. I'm so tired of talking about them. It's not even funny, but I would be remiss. What happened, Xavier? I would be
Hi, Xavier.
remiss if let me just tell you who sent this to me so that I have it right. So just give me one quick second here, my friends.
Okay, I'm right here.
This was sent to us by Nikki Romano on Instagram. And he said, wow, that was a nice reverberation. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Step away from the mic, Dennis. Step away from the mic.
I'm gonna join my two buddies here.
Okay, you do that. Okay, so check this out. So this was on TikTok, and it's some woman doing a face reading of Howard's face, which I thought was kind of interesting. So let me see if I can blow this up just a hair. Let me see if
Smidge.
just a smidge.
Snurch.
It may not. But yeah, I have it lowered. Okay, so this is a chick on TikTok who reads people's faces and gives you kind of like an analysis of who they are. All right, so here we go.
I'm cracking up at this request. Yes, let's face read Howard Stern. Right off the bat, he has a diamond face shape, and diamond face shapes belong to people that are kind of have a royal air about them. They can be a little bit prima donna-y. They like people to roll the red carpet out for them. They can throw fits. If you were to measure the inner corner of his eye to the outer corner, you can see that it angles downward. And in face reading, this belongs to somebody who they can get real obsessed in tunnel vision in their work and just refuse to come out of the tunnel. If there's a problem, they're going to find a way to solve it, not rest until it's done. He's very hooded at an angle, which is criticism. He was highly criticized as a child. He's very critical of himself, very critical of other people. If you look under his eyes, there's some bags there, and it looks like they're pretty light in color. This is referred to as frozen water, meaning there's a bunch of fear and pent-up emotion from childhood that is unresolved. There's also fear and internal panic. There might be some secrets being kept that are keeping him from being able to fully move forward, and he's just sitting back watching what's going to happen instead of doing something about it. Then if we look at his nose, it sticks out really far. This is pride, ego, and energy. The bigger the nose, the more pride, ego, and energy. Energy in the form of money and stamina. If you look, his right nostril is very lifted compared to his left one, and it's bigger. He's putting out way more energy in business, which is the right side, than he is in his home life and his family life. Also, the right nostril is going to reveal more of the septum, meaning that he's going to...
I never noticed that his nose is that crooked. I never noticed that, you guys.
And think about that. That is a nose that's been worked on.
Right. This is version 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be more
I'm surprised.
minded in business, not as much in personal life. He doesn't trust anybody. That's in the narrowness of his eyes. There's a line in the tip of his nose indicating that he gives to the detriment of himself.
It's a penis there.
It's a pretty thin cut, indicating that his words can be incredibly thin cut. Is a Mandarin falling line. That's when the line comes up from the chin, indicating that people that have this are destined to find themselves in places of power. They can shoulder monumentous amounts of responsibility. They typically enjoy the prestige that comes with that. They don't mess it up somehow. His chin is flat, indicating that he's a perfectionist. Let's get a profile. This is the best I could do with the profile. You can see the width between the end of his mouth and his falling line. That's influence. His chin is incredibly bony. That's trying to force yourself through something and not getting any help from anybody else. And it's loneliness. And it's stubbornness in the way of me against everyone else, due to the kind of the boniness of the chin. I see reclusiveness and how far the eyes are back. And I see a lot of loneliness in the amount of boniness in the face overall. Look at his profile. It's forward and it's sharp. That's his personality.
There you go.
Okay, so I don't know. When she was talking about his nose, I was just waiting for her to say moneylender. I was, I mean, good God. But the chin, that is a manufactured chin because his real chin did not look like that. His real chin was very unpronounced. And then he had that thing put there. That the Mac the knife.
What do you say?
The Mac the knife chin.
Oh, I thought we had somebody in the chat named Mac.
Oh, no. It's just like because that he added that because his chin was very soft before. It wasn't very pronounced. But my God, the nose thing. Good Lord.
Isn't that crazy? He has a business nose. But no, one nostril is higher than the other one. David says the only torture Howard has from childhood is his arrested development and his amorphous sexual orientation due to his wanting to exploit people above all else. Rick, oh my God, Rick, you guys are amazing. Thanks for another Gunk. I look forward to some surprise shows during the vacation. I love that I started my Howard time in 1989, and I'm finishing with all of you. We're happy you're finishing with us too, Rick. We are. Thank you so much. Hey, Whiskers, you're back? Hello? Okay, well, if you're there.
You have to fix your fuse box again?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
No.
Now we do.
Oh.
Now we do. Now
Sorry,
we do.
the AOL disc ran out of time, so I had to put another one in.
Well,
You gotta put a different disc in?
Mr.
Yes, I did.
Mr. Dangles, for some incredibly bizarre
Jesus.
reason, decided to share a little musical interlude with us as we close out the spring season, the winter spring season of the Howard Stern Today Tonight show. I have absolutely no idea why he did this song. Dennis, I have to, with all due respect, you have to stop with the chinkling. The chinkling, and the chewing.
Chinka.
Chinkling and the chewing.
Jamie, yes, we are.
I'm sorry.
You do know what that sounds like in the headphones, right?
Yes, I do, because I can hear it myself.
Exactly.
I'm tone deaf.
Everybody made fun of me sucking on my chocolates and stuff like that. So I got it. Look at him. He can't not drink it right now. We're almost done with the show.
Gurgle.
I'm almost done my drink.
But you need to chinkle.
Hurry up, this AOL disc doesn't have that much time left on it.
Dennis needs to chinkle. Mr. Dangles sent us a musical interlude. I'm going to play it for you right now. I don't know how it relates to anything that's going on.
Does it matter? It's genius already.
It's already genius.
Oh, she's harsh.
Yeah. As soon as I saw like the first 30 seconds of it, I was like, all right, it has to come. All right, here we go. Mr. Dangles, and I love you for doing this, so thank you.
Family ties. The fate.
The face on this puppet kills me.
I bet we've been together for 1,000,000 years. And I bet we'll be together for 1,000,000 more. It's like I started breathing on the night we kissed. And I can't remember what I've ever did before. What would we do, baby, without us? What would we do, baby, without us?
What world are we in?
And there ain't nothing we can't love each other through. What would we do, baby, without us? Sha-na-na-na.
Thank you. That was awesome, dude.
Thank you, Skippy.
You know, in retrospective, I didn't realize how hot Meredith Baxter Burney was.
Bernie,
Yeah, she was
compared to
supposed to be
everybody
Very
else.
hot. I mean, she was much hotter than a Gross.
Do you guys
out of
remember?
his league. What
Was it? Do you guys remember? Like, was it last year when they had that Sirius XM thing at the Hamptons, and Michael J. Fox showed up?
Yeah.
And they were like literally like just like he was a meat puppet in the background. It was so sad.
Wow, Meredith Baxter Burney is now 77 years old.
What?
Yeah, she is. Wow.
Well, remember she came out when she was in her 60s. Remember?
She came out, yeah.
When she was in her 60s, yeah.
She, it's so cute because Meredith Baxter Burney looks like every single woman I ever see, like playing golf. Like she looks like.
Oh yeah.
She's got the look of every single golf
Oh,
player.
definitely now. That's definitely that's a female golfer. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Instead of Ford, did she yell tuna?
Oh, Jesus. So she was in Family Ties in 1982. She
That
was
was a while
born in
ago.
1947. So how old would that have made her on Family
35.
35. She was 35 years old on Family Ties.
It wasn't bad looking for 35.
She is a pretty
Not
woman.
bad at all.
She aged gracefully as well. So
Yeah, she aged well too. I'll give her that. She aged very well.
Do you realize the time gap between now and when that show aired is like back then? Us talking about or someone talking about Fatty Arbuckle. It's literally like the same amount of time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, no, some of that stuff is bothersome. I mean, because literally, because World War II was 40 years before this show, and this
Yeah.
show is 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's just set that down for a second.
Wait, this show was closer to the Vietnam War than it was to today.
Oh, it's not even
Yeah, I
close.
know.
The Vietnam War, you guys. The
It
Vietnam
was only
War.
7 years.
We're talking
and
about like
then-
Jack Benny, Carmen Moran. We're talking about like Mae West. That's who like was hip in that time period compared to like, yeah, we're old.
still talking about Judy Garland.
We are all Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
We remember.
None of us are math majors.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Well, maybe Dennis is. But yeah.
So Dennis is going to give us Chuckles is going to give us a little Chewy McChuckles is going to give us a little idea as to what we can look forward to in DJ's Classic Garage this summer. What do we got going on?
Oh my God, for this summer, there's gonna be so much going on.
Oh my God, so much.
Oh, it's gonna be craziness. We're gonna continue working on the E36, which is the 95 BMW convertible.
Yes.
That the assistant will hopefully be driving by the end of the year. So with that, I will be putting a convertible top on it myself. I'll be installing a convertible top. I'll be yeah, it's gonna be fun. Baby.com.
Is anything new up now or what's going on?
I just put out a thing on I found 300 Teslas that were parked in a field hidden from the dealership because they can't sell them. So they keep on adding them to this field that's near my house.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
See that? Is that up now?
Yes, it's up there. It's
Okay.
a short. And there's grass growing up around them and everything because that's got to be good for the cars.
Jesus.
And
Batteries just rotting away in the sun. That's right.
hopefully they don't catch fire. The other thing is I'm doing a video right now. When I first came back, fixing a vacuum leak on the 95 BMW. I fixed my charger today. I'm going to be working on that video. I had to do a valve spring.
Go for you.
Also, the assistant and I did the fuel injectors on the E36 BMW to show how simple it is to rebuild fuel injectors on your car, because a lot of these cars now, they're
no,
collectible.
Dennis, don't go into a hole. Don't go into a
No,
hole.
but a lot of these cars, like this relates to like Mustangs and Camaros even of that time era, because I mean they had fuel injectors and it's stuff to do.
Yeah.
So, and that, there's gonna be a lot of things going on. I'm also gonna get ready for my big trip in September up to Mo Party. So we're gonna have a lot
Where's
of things going on. That is in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Holy shit.
It's 1,100 miles.
Good
And
luck. What are you driving up there?
I'm gonna tow my car with my F-150, but I'm going to do lives on the way up.
Awesome.
I'm going to do video of it because it's a really fascinating drive.
That's
And
I don't think I've ever done that drive. That is fascinating, actually.
That's because you ain't from around here, boy.
Yeah, you ain't from these parts, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that the way you came.
Mo party sounds like a party at Monique's.
I know.
It might be.
It might
be.
So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on. Very much so. I have a lot of things in the fire. I have the Toronado. I still have to finish. My friend's Super B. I still need to get stuff for that.
You're gonna need a bigger boat, Dennis. That's all I can say.
I'm just like there's so many irons in the fire. There's a lot of content to be made, and the editing sucks.
That's just the beauty of a new channel like DJ's Classic Garage, where there's so much. I mean, I used to literally have like notes upon notes of ideas of things we wanted to do for shows, and it was so fun back then. And cut to like 8 years later. Yeah, well, yeah. Now I literally have like 2 sheets of like typing paper that I write some notes on, and that's pretty much it.
The only note is like feed dog.
I want you guys to know though that next week I'd like to do a square table show. What I want to do is recap this season of Radio Gunk, and the question to you guys who would like to participate in the show, and this is care of Mr. Judy Tenuta. Best and worst celebrity and or musician that Howard had on this working.
He had someone on,
and is this in fact the worst year of content that we have ever seen? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Al had some things he also wanted to talk about on the Square Table show. Hold on, I'm going to pull that up right this moment so that you guys know what Al wants to do on it. Stern Square Table. Hang
Man,
on.
those are tough. Those are tough questions. Those are really tough.
They are tough questions. So you got to
tough question.
It's I honestly I think we've come to a complete. The car has rolled. Now gas is rolled to a stop. I think there's no going up and no going down at this point.
No,
It's been like that for a while.
I think the chassis rotted in half.
Exactly. It's just, we're sitting on the side road. The
We're
hazards don't blink anymore because the battery
Flintstoning
died.
We're Flintstoning the car. So Al,
The courtesy of Fred's 2 feet.
what he wanted to do was, the questions that we always ask ourselves, and we probably have answered a million times, but like, what made you a fan? Favorite terrestrial radio era, favorite Sirius XM era, and why you stopped being a fan. So these are some of the questions he had for us. We can maybe like talk it through and figure out which things we want to approach for the show, because it has to be a roundtable discussion and not just us out talking each other.
Yes.
We will discuss that and get back to you guys about which questions we want to have. And Coach, I know you said you want to come on the show, and Al and maybe Mr. Judy Tenuta, or I'd love to have another girl on.
Yeah, I'd like a girl on too.
Yeah, I'd
Just
like
to give another voice.
girl
please.
on girl. We'd like.
Ooh, girl on girl. No, I like that too.
Yes, of course.
Ooga.
All right, so guys, thank you so much for your contributions tonight. We really, really appreciate it. I mean,
Thank you.
that makes up for like months of starvation on this.
Yes. Feast or famine for you guys. Feast or famine.
Our channel.
Selling the plasma has been tough.
Yeah. I like the little orange juice though they give you afterwards.
All right, so guys, have a wonderful rest of your week. If
See you
anything,
next week.
obviously, if there's any news that pops up or anybody drops dead, of course we will be here with you in that moment and talk about it. So we can't talk about it anymore. But other than that, we'll try and do at least a show a week just to kind of keep everything going at a medium pace.
We will be back on Monday to discuss Robin passing away.
Oh my God! Stop it.
So don't miss that one, guys.
That's right. And if she does die over the vacation, then we'll come back in.
Come on, man. That's an easy prediction. That's like bobbing for water.
Oh, stop it. You're just so mean. You're just such mean guys.
I
You're-
mean, there's only a 50-50 chance she dies.
You
over
know
the
what?
summer.
Guys,
Just go into the light,
guys,
Robin.
And then, by the way, we are going to be working on a new intro for the show. Okay, so we're going to get rid of all these like shitty things that we have on there right now, and it's going to be a lot more streamlined. It's not going to be 40 seconds long. It's way too long for stupid YouTube.
Yes.
All right, so we will see you again next week. I will take off my devil things now because we are done.
Devil 3.
So, take my glasses off, and then we're gonna end it. So goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.